Back in 1978, Kenworth produced the K121. You can see one of those behind me right now. This is a 1978 Kenworth K121AS model. And there's a bit of a story behind this truck, and we're going to talk to the owner, who was the owner and is again, and find out what that history is. The owner of the truck, the first owner and the last owner, well, not quite the first, but we'll come to that, is one Robert Stevenson. Robert, mate, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Good.
Now, you're a Tasmanian boy?
Yes.
Right, and your son, who is hiding over there, get over here, James. He didn't want to be in this, but hey, you are an integral part of this story, so let's get you both together. Righto, so James, welcome, mate.
There you go, mate.
Now, just to give the people a bit of background, I got a call from James a few weeks ago now saying, guess what, mate, we have found Dad's truck and it's at Wagga and we've got to take it back to Tasmania. And I said, well, mate, you wouldn't happen to be coming through Shepparton, would you, on the way back? And he said, oh, we could do that. And they have. And today is the day that they've picked it up. So, first off, let's go to you, James, and tell us how this started off.
Facebook. 7-8 years ago, put it out there looking for it.
Right.
Found it once in Victoria.
Yep.
Got sold before I found it, went to Western Australia. Spent its life over there for about 8 years and then got put for sale, missed out again by hours, ended up in Wagga, approached the bloke, not interested in selling it. 2 years later he rings me up and says, if you're interested in having it, here we are today.
Right. Okay, so now, Robert, you bought this in, what, 1978, you were telling me off camera?
No, 89.
1989, sorry, the truck is 78. I'm doing well here, guys.
Telstra Melbourne had it. That's where they had it.
Yep.
They'd only done 160,000 Ks, carton plastic conduit.
Okay.
And anyway, I bought it in Melbourne. It was an orange, stood outside, terrible bloody thing when I took it home. Anyway, I had it cleaned down and painted to what it is today, thanks to a bloke I knew, a good man. And then a bloke named Brownie, I don't know what his first name is.
Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown, he'd tell you signwriter. He'd done all the signwriting, pin lining. And when I took it to the inspection station to register it, they thought it was a new truck in Tassie.
Okay.
And I had it from 89 to 2000 and done nearly a million Ks. Sold it. It went to the West Tamer for 2 years. It went to Scottsdale for about 3.5 years. And then they sold it and it come to Victoria.
So it came to the mainland, yeah?
Mainland.
Right.
Right.
Do you know how many owners it's been through since it's been at the mainland?
I
James?
know two.
Yeah.
But I lost track of it in Victoria and then ended up in WA. So I know the old bloke in WA, but I don't know what happened. I'm sort of from WA onwards, not... It's done on the Speedo, it's done 750 Ks since I sold it.
Right, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Done a lot of content.
So you were saying you found it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Good old Facebook.
And you discussed how you got it back. Did Dad know that you were hunting this truck down?
Well, I knew he tried in Western Australia to buy it, that's all I knew.
Yeah, I tried years ago and he wouldn't sell it. They were like, when I found it, because it came up on a machinery show, you know.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Someone put it, there's a truck. Oh, it's in Western Australia, but he wouldn't sell it either, so he was using it. No, sorry, not for sale.
Yep, yep. So the time has finally come where you've told your old man that, guess what, we found this truck and guess what, we're buying it back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's the only time he never told me off.
He's never told you off.
Well,
all he said is when we're going to get it.
So, no, it's had, since I sold it, it's had 1, 2, 3, it's had 4 that I know of, owners, since I sold it.
Right, okay.
And it's pretty well like it is now as when I sold it.
Yep.
I got a surprise.
Okay, now you were saying that, and James told me on the phone that this is your original colours. This is the colours that the truck was painted in when you bought it way back in '89.
No, it was orange when I bought it.
Yeah, but you changed it to these colours.
I had it done to this.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
all that time I never changed colours. Like it's pretty rare that it hasn't been molested, really.
It is.
In all that time.
Yeah.
Same bull bar, same seats, same.
Yeah,
Other
everything.
than a bit poorer condition, but everything's still the same. Same motor, same gearbox, same diffs.
Yep. So you've bought it sight unseen, haven't you?
Yeah. Few photos. She's right.
He bought it on photos.
You bought it on photos.
And I was told it would, because it was a trucking company that owned it, they were a collector.
Yeah.
Said it's fine. It'll drive. It'll get you home. It needs to tidy up, but I'm going to turn it back to a prime mover. It got lengthened at one stage, but I'm going to turn it back to the way it was, and rough as guts as it was.
Okay, so the idea is now you're part of the way back to Tassie, and you did mention you had to stop in at Vic Roads here in Shepparton. You were probably the nicest bunch of Vic Roads people you'd want to come across, actually.
Very good. No, look, everyone's been good. I just had a slight miscommunication in New South Wales, and they wouldn't give me the permit to get, because I'm staying here.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure I got here to get to Vic Roads, and the lady down there was extremely good. She said she actually gave it to me and said, I don't know, bit of a communication breakdown, so we're all the way home.
Yeah, you can take it down and get it on the boat. And I bet that's going to cost you a few bucks to do.
We don't talk. It'll be better if we had new boats. Oh, not going to talk about that.
So, well, let me pop that there, just so we can pick you up better, and I'll yell.
Yes.
Right. So, your plans for the truck when you get it home are to do what?
Put it in a shed. I don't drive anymore. I'm gone into business in other directions.
Yeah.
But I need a niche.
What about him?
Oh, he can drive it. I told him he could take it home and put it in his shed, but he doesn't want to.
He's going to fully register it.
I'll fully register it. So I'm going to, later on, I'll buy a trailer.
Yep.
I've got a friend that's got little bulldozers, and I'd like to be a little float so I can go around the machine. We only have machinery shows down home. It's just going to be, when I get a niche to go for a drive, I'll take it around the block, and that's all it's done, and I don't have to go back.
Fair enough.
I drove for a long time, and it's...
So how's it treated you from Wagga to here?
Well, 98%.
I hear you wouldn't let him drive the truck. You had to drive the hire car behind you, is that right?
No, well, he knows where to go.
You followed him. So I hope you weren't doing 130 down
No,
to you, mate.
we're sitting on about 95 to 100. It'll do 120
Okay.
He had trucks pulling up beside him, thumbing him while he passed him down the Hume.
on the Hume, like pulling up in. I thought, what's wrong? And I looked out there, fellas out like this to me.
Mate,
About three of them.
it's called history.
Yeah.
Right, and anyone that knows their Kenworths is going to know what this truck is and how old it is,
Fella-
and probably be amazed that it's still on the road. Although, we're lucky in this country, we do have a great reputation for keeping old gear. I just did crawl on a Hume from Sydney down to Gundagai a couple of weeks ago, and the amount of old gear on that truck on that run was surprising. Actually, I think we're probably amongst the best in the world for keeping the old gear going and consequently keeping the history alive.
There's very few slimlines there was about.
Like this one.
Like this.
Yeah.
There was a very few about. There was mainly tandem ones. Telstra had 10 special orders of these.
Yep.
When this was come off the production line, they had 10. There was 3 when this was sale. There was 3 in Melbourne for sale, and this was the lowest kilometre one. And that, I'm not going to say what I paid for it.
No idea where the rest went.
Don't
Like
know
it just like vanished.
So if I'm not mistaken, Kenworth started making trucks here in '77, didn't they?
Yeah, well, this
Yeah,
was,
so this is the second year of Australian production that this truck came off the line.
as far as I know, yes.
I can't find any others. Like I can't find where the others, because I can't find a VIN number. If I had a VIN number for them, you could track them, but you can't.
Yeah.
There was
you can't
one,
track them.
what's the name, Redpath at Sassafras in Tassie, he had one, a tandem one, and that disappeared, and that's the only other one I knew that was in Tassie.
Right, if anyone out there knows of any of these 121s floating around,
I could do is-
lines floating around,
I need a few small parts.
let us know, because you heard James, they need a few small parts. Don't Kenworth pride themselves on having every part available for every truck they ever make?
Well,
You know,
you can try.
this, I laid
Worth
this.
a phone call, my
I
friend.
laid this on its side.
Of course
once.
you did.
I did, and when we pulled the fellow doing it up took the lining out of the back of the cab, the whole lots of the paperwork was in there from the day it was built to what oil was put in it, and you know every nut and bolt that he found had a number on it. And I've lost the paperwork, but I'm going to try and find it.
That'd be good if you did. Just a little bit about your background, Robert. I mean, you're
Well,
obviously a truckie for a lot of years.
I started off at home on a farm for 9 years.
Yep.
I walked off the farm. I went on the Shire, or the council of the Shire,
Yep.
with a tip truck for 12 months. Bought the local carrier out. That was with a J3 Bedford. Bought a J5 Bedford, the local carrier out. I had that for a while. And then I bought a KL 20-foot tray truck. And I sold the 2 Bedfords. And I took the tray off the Bedford and put a turntable on and a 28-foot trailer. And then I bought a second trailer, and in 76 I bought a new Louis 8000 in 76, and I kept that till 91.
Okay.
I run this one I bought it, plus that, and then I got rid of the Louis and kept this till I retired, because I got badly smashed up in 96 at a potato factory, but anyway,
Yeah.
the fellas in Tassie know about that. And then I was advised to retire by the doctors, so I retired and sold the business. I couldn't sell the business. I sold it all, trailers. I had 4 trailers and the truck and whatnot.
And went fishing.
And then I went fishing.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, there is for me, mate. I can't catch a fish to save my life.
operated the charter
They all
boat.
jump on the other bloke. They all jump on the other blokes.
I went to St Helens.
Right.
I did, and operating a charter boat, and then a chap up there had a 9000 Louis, a fella I knew. He got me casually go and go and drive that, and then he bought a Sterling and a low loader and a bloody stock crate, so I drove that till part-time to 2 years ago, and then I pulled the pin.
Right.
I thought it was right.
Today.
Fair enough. So you've given up trucking too, but you were a driver. Did you drive for your old man?
I did when I was here. I was away on the mainland a bit, not driving but working. I drove Carter Spuds, drove this truck, but
Yep.
I learned to drive in the Louisville, and then I learned to drive in this, which is 9-speed. So when you're going from the Fingal Valley to Smithton on the potatoes, you soon learn how to gear change pretty quick.
I'm sure you do.
But then I got out of that and went driving log trucks and all sorts of things.
Right. Now you're giving it away. What, you're doing fencing or something now,
I'm a builder.
Oh, okay.
I'm a boilermaker by trade and a builder by trade now, so I went back building.
And he's got a B double licence too.
And I've just need a niche. So.
I like the cap, by the way, mate. It's not really graft and corruption, folks.
I got hurt in 95 and he was in Cairns, and he come home because I couldn't work,
Yep.
and I went to the transport because he never had a semi-licence.
19.
He'd been driving, pulled up, transporter pulled us up, me sitting beside him, time and time again. And they never questioned him till I went and asked for him to get his licence. They said, hasn't he got a licence?
That is a story I've heard more than once, actually.
And then their
Robert.
wife, they said about my wife, because when I was stock carting back in the 70s and 80s, my wife used to go with me.
Yeah.
And they said, what about your wife? I said, no, she hasn't got a licence. What? She hasn't got a licence.
Like the family that drives together sticks together, isn't that the go? Mate,
Like when trucking was trucking.
yeah, that's right, when trucking was trucking. Mate, I know this was a bit of a surprise to you. You didn't know, you didn't know that you were going to get this truck back initially, and you didn't know that I was going to grab hold of you on the way back home here in downtown Shep. But it's a good story. It's always nice to see a truck return to its roots. I guess you just got to worry that maybe the original owner before you is going to ring you up and he's going to want it back. Telstra, yeah, of course, yeah. Well, they don't care about history, do they?
If you got time later, I can show you a heap of photos there.
We'll have a look at the photos.
Right.
We might actually get the album. We might go into the Pepper Mill Inn, and we're in their car park at the moment here in Shepparton, and I know the beer on tap is pretty good, so we might go and have a further chat. We'll say goodbye to the people here now. Robert, thank you very much for your time, mate. It's nice to see it's back in the family.
Yep.
And James, mate, thanks for giving me a call because it's a good story.
Thanks, mate.
Mate, nice to meet you both.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the swings and roundabouts. A good excuse to come to Tassie and in a couple of years and see what happens when you've done a few tricks to it. Stop the oil leaks and whatever else may have happened. And by then you will have found out exactly what it is that you have bought back.
I don't think it's major for what I've looked at.
Yep.
It's sort of TLC. What wants doing to it.
Yeah.
What wants doing.
Mate, wonderful. Good on you.
Righto.
Nice to meet
Thank you.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Kevin Brown, who's retired, like his dad's age, sign right, he's actually going to put the name back in the door for me. So,
The guy that did the original...
He's semi-retired. He's going to put the name, he'll put Stevenson back on the door.
What a nice link that is.
And you'll touch her up, because I'm not going to touch the paint, I'll just leave it the way it is.
Yeah. Well, it's history and warts and all and that sort of stuff, isn't it?
When I got it done, he put little Kenny. He put on there, he put little, and Kenny on that side, and they took it off.
Oh, you'll have to put that back.
No, I've got photos of it.
And there's a name up on the top at the moment, isn't it? Which is, what's that say? Lulu.
I don't
know.
I don't know who put that.
Lulu.
Maybe it's someone's wife.
Don't know if we can see that, but that'll have to come off, won't it?
No, it will. I haven't even looked at it. I didn't realise until today that it was on there until when I was loading it. I mean, what the? Because I stood on the back when I was driving.
Yeah.
Very little difference. She's even got the bloody pin in that I made for her, still in the bloody, in here.
That's the original pin, is it?
No, what I made when I bought, never had one.
Yeah, but you that's what I'm saying, you made that and you put that in.
Still in it.
So did you say these are the original driving lights and that as well?
Them two.
The two on the outside, yeah.
They put them new ones. I had Ella lights on there, two. I had two there.
Yeah.
Well, they've changed them.
Mind you, the green looks good, doesn't it? It all matches.
It had a sort of screen, that's what I'm missing too, a screen, boat screen went over that too.
Okay.
Still as rough as
But
ever.
that'll get done.
Oh, yeah, actually, now there's a point. I've been talking to you for 15 minutes. Cummins power. Yeah.
300 Cummins. That's what she's got, a 9-speed Road Ranger.
Right, okay.
£58,000.
Sorry, £58,000 diffs.
She got the heaviest diff they have.
Geez, you're a tall bugger, aren't you?
No.
Hey, I can tell from the camera angle.
You know why?
Either that or you've got build
He shrunk.
up shoes. He's shrunk.
You know why?
Why?
I was bloody reared up the bush and I went up for daylight.